Hi, and welcome back. We're speaking again with Sherry Torkos, pharmacist, health enthusiast, and also a certified fitness instructor. Maybe we'll get into that, and author. Talking about healthy aging and continuing our conversation, which is a very important topic given healthcare costs and all the personal finance topics we have on this show. That's an expensive one. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
We were speaking about particular ingredients, one being cranberry and some of the health benefits that it has.
That's right. Yeah, so cranberry can be very beneficial for fighting bladder infections, and how it actually works is it changes the structure of bacteria so that it can't stick to the bladder wall. Unlike an antibiotic, which kills bacteria and therefore there's a chance of resistance with repeated use, cranberry actually morphs or changes the bacteria, preventing adhesion to the bladder wall. So when we've looked at the studies with cranberry, it's a bit of a mixed bag. Some studies have shown benefits, some studies have not. And I think part of the issue is that so many different types of cranberry have been studied: juice cocktail, pure juice, cranberry powders, and full cranberry supplements. Where the evidence is the strongest is backing the full berry cranberry supplements. And an ingredient, not a brand, but an ingredient to look for is the Cran Max. And the Cran Max is made with the juice, the skin, the seeds, the pulp, the fiber, all of it put into a special delivery system. So you can find that in different supplements. But what it does is it, taken regularly, it prevents the occurrence of bladder infections. So it's great for women that are predisposed, that get several infections a year, but also men. And we know that as men get older, beyond age 50, they are also at greater risk of developing bladder infections.
It's very hard, I think, for consumers to interpret that. How does a consumer who just wants to be healthy follow that sort of information as it comes out?
It is tricky because if you just do a Google search, you'll get a hodgepodge of information and misinformation. I think it's really important to talk to somebody that's knowledgeable in this area. So if you're looking at taking supplements, talk to your pharmacist, talk to your naturopathic doctor, your healthcare advisor, your medical doctor. A lot of medical doctors now have more training and background and interest in using natural medicine, because if you just go into a store and start, self-medicating, you could even run into some trouble, because there can be interactions between natural products and also prescription drugs. I think one of the most important thing to do when you're looking at taking a supplement is to look for something that has been clinically researched. So when you're looking at, say, taking the lychee-based supplement, you want to look for the olignol ingredient, because that's been studied, over 30 clinical studies on that particular ingredient. Same with the cranberry. If you're going to take it, you're better to look for something that's been studied, like the Cran Max ingredient. And when it comes to other things like general vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin D, magnesium, other omega-3 fatty acids, in those cases, you should talk to your healthcare provider to get advice on what formulation is best. There are a lot of different brands to choose from. Some differ in terms of quality, their ability to be absorbed by the body, and there's also different formats: capsules, tablets, liquids. So you want to find out what's the best thing for you.
Yeah, it's like maintaining your body's a full-time job.
It is a lot of work, but it has big rewards, because when we look at what can happen to us if we don't take care of ourselves, I don't think anybody would like to spend the last 10 or 20 years of their life with diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, some of these chronic problems that affect quality of life and also can be very expensive to manage with medications, also lost productivity. Aging faster and what we call poor aging or dysfunctional aging. And I think that it's important, it's on all of us to take care of ourselves, and a big part of that is eating healthy, getting enough exercise, enough sleep at night, managing your stress levels, and then look at supplements to help complement your lifestyle. So if you're interested again in anti-aging, before you spend thousands of dollars at the cosmetic counter, look at what foods you can add to your diet. Look at what lifestyle changes, wearing sun protection, wearing a hat outside, staying out of the sun. If you are looking for something to kind of reverse the signs of aging, that's maybe where you would look at taking the olignol supplement regularly, and keeping in mind it doesn't just work on the skin in fighting aging, but it works internally to reduce inflammation, oxidative stress, and also improve circulation, those are the three major factors involved in aging.
Fantastic. You mentioned fruits and vegetables, dieting and stuff. Briefly, if you could, just like a couple tips on just maintaining that, because I think that's a common complaint, is I will go on one and then it doesn't last.
And I think it's important, I always advocate to eat foods as close to their natural form as possible. So it's important to shop in the perimeter of the grocery store. Once you get into the center aisles of the grocery store where all the packaged processed foods are, that's where you get into trouble. A lot of sugar, a lot of empty calories, a lot of additives. But if you shop in the fresh food section, fresh fruits and vegetables, meat, dairy, eating beans and legumes and stuff like that, those are your best choices, really. Try to eat as close to nature as possible. Minimize or avoid fast food and processed food as much as possible. I mean, it's not always not always possible to eat 100% perfect, but if you do it the majority of time,
who would want to?
Yeah, it's what you do 80% of the time that matters. And yes, every now and then you're going to want to have an indulgence. I think that's critical. And if you combine that with a little bit of physical activity, even 20 to 30 minutes a day of walking, big health benefits in terms of improving circulation, reducing stress. It also helps you to sleep at night. So some of these lifestyle strategies can be very powerful.
Fantastic. We're wrapping up a website where you store all of this good information.
Yeah, you can check out my website at sherrytorkos.com. It's SherryTorkos. If you go to sherrytorkos.com, you can read my blog, you can check out some of my interviews, and find links to my books, which are available online through Amazon.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for coming on the show. You've been watching Your Future, Your Finances. I'm your host, Brian Kuhn.